Hey guys, it's Bulvar here, and I'm going to be showing you a guide on how I got to the point where I was gaining 500,000 plus combat XP an hour by farming Ghasts. Just a quick tip, this guide is not for the faint-hearted. I'm fairly far into the game. This setup that I've got requires 24 minion slots, a lot of high-level Ghast minions, and a very specific setup, which I'm about to show you guys. So inside of this setup, I've got a 5x5 pad where I've got my minions placed above hoppers, and those hoppers catch all the gas tears because, well, you want to gain all the profit that you can when doing something like this, right? Anyway, so they all place onto the block below these sand pieces. These sand pieces are stopping them from spawning right now for explanation. And around these minions I've got this little setup where I've got these slabs and signs just to stop the water flow into this area, or otherwise they wouldn't be able to spawn the gas. And this specific setup has the teleport pads that teleport to these destinations. So this line one would teleport to this no destination, and this no destination has a direction of north, which, as you can see, is toward the minions. And the same thing here, this magenta one teleports to this one, which faces east, which, as you can see here, is facing towards the minions. And this goes around and around, so when I go in here, give me a second, when I'm going down here and up onto that water, I get teleported. Same there. Same there. Just keep on getting teleported around, continually facing the minions. So basically what you want to do is have this specific setup. Now the very key thing about when you're actually grinding these is that you continually move your mouse, because if you teleport to this teleport pad and don't move your mouse before you teleport to that one over there, you'll only get XP from 3 gas. So it's pretty vital that when you're grinding you move your mouse slightly, because otherwise you'll only get XP from 3 if you teleport to this one and don't move your mouse. Keep in mind you always need to be holding down your right mouse button if you're using a rod. I don't know of many other ways that you can be using it. I'm not sure a sword would be very effective because you couldn't reach them, and a bow would just be a pain because of how it's set up. So I suggest just using a fishing rod if you're going for this setup. Keep in mind you're going to need end portal frames to be able to place between here and here, because it's kind of necessary for you to get the nice smooth flow between the destination pads and the teleport pads. And the reason why you teleport is because of this water source that you have here. And going up onto this block, it does something weird where you go up slightly slow enough while you're above the pad so that it has enough time to realize you're moving on top of it, so it teleports you. Now, with the actual XP gain, it's very crucial what tier minions you have, how many you have, and whether you're using XP potions, and if you have the Hunter Talisman. So, as you can see here, I have the Hunter Ring, which gives 5% combat XP. I've killed all the tier 4, or every tier in the Slayer, so I get that extra 15% XP from that. And with these potions that I have Combat X3 potions active when I'm doing this, and Experience 1 potions using the tears that you get from the Viking in the park. These two together give another 30% Combat XP, but it's weird because that Combat XP you get from the pots stacks on top of your base XP, which is your it's your base XP. So your base XP plus the 20% that you get from having done the Slayers and your Hunter Ring. The pots actually stack on top of that, so it gives a 30% on top of your extra bonus from your Hunter Ring and Slayer bonus. So you'll actually be getting slightly more than 50% with the pods active. Also, with the weekend bonus that's happening as of right now, you're getting an extra 20% on top of that, and that's also stacking on top. So, per Ghast this weekend, I'm getting 93.6%, well, 93.6 combat XP per Ghast kill. Now, that's just the XP per Ghast. How you get your XP faster is by having all your 24 minion slots with high level minions. So as you can see here, I have 20 tier 11 Ghast minions, and you're just, I haven't managed to get my other 4 to tier 11, but with a full tier 11 Ghast minion setup, you'll be able to gain the most XP in the game, except for the few minion upgrades and fuels that you can use. But these minions alone, all at tier 11, will cost you about 70 million, and getting all the 24 minion slots will cost you probably about 100 to 150 million. And the fuel that you want to use is Foul Flesh. Foul Flesh is the best fuel that you can use for this. The crystal fragments, I believe they are, or the crystals that you can use that give 3 times the drops don't actually help, because that's just drops as opposed to spawn speed. And with the setup, you're going for spawn speed specifically. You can see here I've got hamster wheels in my minions and 2 minion expanders, because minion expanders give 5% increased speed and hamster wheels give 50%. I was using Foul Flash yesterday, so I had a total of 100% minion speed increase. And this time here, you see this is 19.25 seconds. With Foul Flash, it's 15.2 seconds. So it's quite a bit faster, but this obviously is the most effective way to use your money if you're going to be buying these boosts, unless you really want to get it fast. With this current setup, and using XP pots without the weekend bonus, I'll get about 350,000 XP an hour. With the weekend bonus, Foul Flash, and pots active, you can get 500,000 for 520,000 XP an hour. And if you're really going for it, you can have potentially both of these as the fly net or fly swatter things that give 20% bonus. You could probably max out at about 7 or 800,000 XP an hour, but that setup requires probably about 1 billion coins worth of upgrades, which is for not most of the Skyblock community. So this setup, as I said, gets about 350,000 XP an hour. With the Foul Flash, you get about 400,000 with the weekend bonus on top of that, 500,000. And with each fly spotter upgrades, you'll be getting an extra 100,000 an hour. So, as I said, between 700,000 and 800,000, you'd be getting absolute maximum. But this is a very endgame setup. You can, of course, do this with lower tier minions. So if you have, say, tier 5 Ghast minions and only 10 slots, sure, you'll be able to get XP, but it won't be as fast as, say, doing revs or doing or getting people to pearl spam for you. But of course, those methods can be quite annoying for a lot of people, because it's quite hard to do those things for many people. So of course, this will be a good method to use for a great population. However, most setups won't be at this level of XP gain. I'll give you a quick demo on how to use it. So, since I have the Legendary Phoenix, I can just fly down here because of the pet ability. But if I just break the sand, I'll activate it. All the Ghasts can start spawning. I have my sounds turned off because it's very, very loud. And you just want to basically come into this water flow. I've made a little hole on the side to get into the water. And you just want to sit in here and hold down your right mouse button and move your head side to side. As you can see, with the pods active, I get 93.6 combat XP per, as I said earlier. Without the weekend bonus, I'll get 78 combat XP per Ghast. And without the combat XP potions, these potions, and the weekend bonus, I'll get 60 combat XP per Ghast. So it's still fairly efficient without everything, and even if you just use the lava bucket as your fuel, you'll be getting about 200,000, maybe 250,000. If you don't have pots active, it's more like 200,000 combat XP now. But everything just stacks up. Since it's all multiplying against, like all the numbers multiply against one another, so you're including the speed the Ghast spawn, how much combat XP you have from your base stats, how much you get from the potions, how much you get from the weekend bonus, it all multiplies against one another, so you're going to want to get every number as high as you can. And with that being said, if you have everything all together with the best setup, you can get 500,000 without the flyer spotters. And if you have the ultimate endgame setup, you'll be getting somewhere close to 700,000 to 800,000 combat XP per hour. However, that setup, as I said, costs about 1 billion coins, which not many people have access to. So, with that being said, good luck with your combat grinding. You can subscribe to my channel, but I can't really guarantee you'll be getting great content. But, well, that's my guide on how I farm combat XP. Usually I hold down my right mouse button and move my mouse side to side while I watch something else, but with that being said, this is what I do for many hours a day if I want to upgrade a pet like this one. Good luck with your grind. See you next time.